Welcome everyone to this July 26th weekly webinar where we will be digging into tuition and fees. I am Rachel Cox. I am a new trainer to JMC. I come to JMC with about 15 years of education experience as a college writing instructor and then as an elementary administrator. And I am joined today by Cheryl Davids. She will be keeping an eye on our Q&A sessions. All about the MULA, the tuition and fees module allows schools to track tuition and fees for students and or families. Users define and set up their own fees. Fee types can include school tuition, activity fees, and more. Charged fees throughout the school year, print reports, and maintain accounts all from within the module. Here's what's on the books for today. Assigning a fee contact, fee accounts, creating fees, assigning fees, in-school payments, fees in JMC Family, and running reports. Please hold all of your questions until the Q&A session at the end of each section. You can go ahead and put them in that chat feature, and then we will address them when we get to those Q&A sessions. Assigning a fee contact. JMC Office allows users to initialize a student's first primary contact as their fee contact, bringing all siblings together into one family fee account. Creating family fee accounts makes it easy to apply fees for all members of a family on a single page. Use the Initialize Family Fee Contacts feature in the Tuition and Fees module to save yourself time by automatically attaching fee contacts to all members of a family with the click of a button. To place every student in a family in a family fee account, head to Tuition Fees, Data, Initialize Family Fee Contacts to assign them a fee contact. Step 1, click the Create Fee Contacts button to begin the process of creating a fee contact for all students who do not have one. Fun fact, if a student has more than one primary contact designated, this process will use the first primary contact listed to create the fee contact. If a student does not have a primary contact designated, then this process will not generate a fee contact for that student. Step 1, click the OK button on the pop-up alert to confirm that you would like to create fee contacts for students who do not have one, or click the cancel button to exit. Fun fact, once the process is complete, a message will appear indicating the number of fee contacts generated. These can be verified by searching the student contact on the View Student Data page and locating the fee contact in the drop-down list. So let's take a live look at assigning a fee contact. Okay, I'm going to log into JMC Office, head to Tuition and Fees, Data, Initialize Family Fee Contact. And this is a pretty quick and simple step. You just click on Create Fee Contacts. This pop-up asks you if you're sure that's what you want to do. Go ahead and click OK. And then you will get a list here of the new fee contacts that were created. So the contact and then the student assigned to them. Okay, are there any questions on assigning family fee contacts?
No questions yet.
All right, we'll keep on moving. Fee accounts. Organize your chargeable fees into groups using fee accounts. Define one fee account per district bank account or department, and then assign each of your fees to the appropriate fee account. As fees are charged and paid, JMC Office reports a subtotal by fee account so you have easy access to dollar totals per bank account. To set up a fee account, log into JMC Office and navigate to Tuition and Fees, Data, Fee Accounts. Step 1, click the Add Fee Account button to add a new fee account, or click the Edit button to modify an existing fee account. Helpful tip, coordinate setting up fee accounts with the business office to agree upon a list of fee accounts which works best for your school. Step 2, enter the fee account name in the fee account name field to name your account. Step 3, optional, enter an account code in the fee account code field to provide a reference to the bank account or fund associated with this fee account. Step 4, click the update button to record the account name and account code, or click the cancel button to discard your changes. So we can take a live look here at fee accounts. So again, in JMC Office, under Tuition and Fees, Data, Fee Accounts. And to add a fee account, you do need to be in the district. So I'm going to switch from my school building to my district, add a fee account. My fee account name, I'm going to name this lab fees. and the account code. I'm going to update it, and now it is listed here in my fee account names. I have my lab fees and then the fee account code that is tied to it. And that's it for fee accounts. Do we have any questions on setting up a fee account?
Looks like we're still good to go.
Okay, it's pretty straightforward. Keep moving here. Now creating fees. We'll talk about how to create those fees under those fee accounts. Fees are expenses that students or families are responsible for, including items like tuition, lab fees, sporting apparel, or yearbooks. The process involves defining and consolidating fees in a central location and then allocating them to the correct students and families. This may involve bulk loading charges for groups or individually assigning fees to specific student and family accounts, all of which can be done through the JMC tuition and fees module. So let's add a fee. Log into JMC Office at the district level and navigate to tuition and fees, data, edit fees to define the charge, enter its price, and add a photo and more. Step 1, click the plus add record button to add a new fee, or click the edit link to edit a fee in the list. Helpful tip, click the delete link beside the fee name to delete the fee from your list. Step 2, enter the name of the fee in the fee name field to define the fee for later reference. Step 3, enter the various fee costs in the cost, reduced cost, and the free cost fields. So cost would be the regular cost of your item, reduced would be the cost of an item for families approved for reduced price meal benefits, and the free cost is the cost of an item for families approved for free meal benefits. Step 4, select the fee account from the account drop-down list to assign the fee to a specific fee account, that step that we did earlier. So assign it to that specific fee account for record keeping and reporting purposes. Step 5, place a check mark in the family store and or general store checkboxes to set the item as available for purchase. So the family store, checking that will make it so that your families can purchase that fee item from the family portal. And we're going to walk through that as we get toward the end of this presentation. The general store, the community members can purchase these items from the general store. Step 6, optional, you can click the upload image button to upload an image for your fee so families can view what they're purchasing. To do this, click the upload image button to begin uploading an image from your computer to JMC Office. Select the image you want to upload to JMC Office and then click the open button to continue uploading that image to JMC Office. Step 7, you can enter a description in the item description field to further describe the fee, and you can even add a little pizzazz using the formatting tools. Step 8, click the save button to save your changes and record the fee, or click the cancel button to discard your changes. Helpful tip, change the order in which the fees are displayed in JMC Office and JMC Family by clicking and dragging the name of the fee to a new position on the list. So we can take a live look at creating fees. Okay, so again, in JMC Office tuition and fees data, we are going to go to edit fees. So I can add a new fee right here. And I'm going to say, this is for 10th grade biology. I'm going to link that to my lab fees, that fee account that I created earlier. The cost is $25, reduced cost, maybe 10, free. If I want families to be able to purchase this on the family portal, I can click there. I can upload an image if I want to. I can add a description, and then I can go ahead and save my fee. But I should probably have spelled biology correctly, huh? There we go. And then I will save it again. All right. Any questions on creating fees?
Hannah's wondering if you could explain what the fee account code.
Sure.
It is.
What the fee account code is. Okay, so if I go back into here. All right, if we're talking about like the account codes that we set up when we were editing fees, or I'm sorry, when we were editing accounts. I'm wondering if that's what Hannah means when
I think that's what you need to work with your business office. And
yes.
Yeah, and how they want the code set up, if they want it set up to their regular accounting codes, or if
Mhm.
you want to just use a certain number, whatever you come up with is what I would say.
Yep, that's what I would say too. Check with your business office. I know at my school, I got all of this from our business office professionals. So she gave me a list of the overall codes that she would like things like our morning milk fees to be tied to, so that it just helps her in her record keeping. So that's going to be internal, and you'll want to check with your business office for that information.
Yeah, and when you run the reports, those will kind of correlate that to be able to see that.
Yep, and that looks like that's Hannah's next question. So when we get to reports, you'll see that, and it's super helpful. All of the fees come in, I'm sorry, all of the money coming in can be sorted by fees so that the business office knows exactly how much money is being deposited where. All right, and it looks like we have another question here from Christy. Is she able to set up a fee that could be a donation? I would want the family fee to be able to select that amount. So she says, for example, they offer snacks to elementary schools for $30. Some families may want to make an additional donation to help another student and may want to donate 10 or 20 or 30. You absolutely could, and that would be something, as we were looking in the edit fees. So if I put in here to have it available in the family store, families could go into the portal, into the family portal, and they can add that to their account and pay for it right there online if your school has online payments set up. So I can show you how to do that when we get to the family portal. But yes, you absolutely can create a fee that would be a donation amount, and then you can charge it to families who would like to give those donations.
I think you'd probably have to manually take it out of your family and put it in another family if that's what she's wanting to do.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying too. Yes. When we get into putting charges and payments onto family accounts, I'll show you what that would look like. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions about fees? I don't see anything else coming in. All right. Then we will move on to assigning fees. That's the next step here. So the first thing we'll talk about is bulk loading fees, and this is a really handy feature. JMC's bulk load charges and credits feature transforms the task of assigning fees or credits to students rather than inputting these individually. Apply charges or credits to entire groups of students at once, whether it's a class, a grade level, or a school activity group. This feature dramatically saves time, reducing what could take hours into a task completed within minutes. Whether it's assigning lab fees to biology students or locker fees to a sports team, the bulk loading capability significantly enhances efficiency. To bulk load a charge or credit in JMC Office, proceed to tuition and fees, data, bulk load, charges, and credits. Step 1, select the radio button from the type box to identify if you're going to be charging or putting a credit, bulk loading a charge or bulk loading a credit. Step 2, select the appropriate radio button from the bulk load by box to determine the group of students who will receive the charge or credit. So you can bulk load by grade, you can bulk load by courses that contain fees, by activity, or by course sections. Step 3, filter and specify the group of students who will be charged or credited based on the selection you made in step 2. Step 4, select a fee from the fees list to assign a fee to the selected students, or hold the control button in Windows or command on a Mac to select multiple fees to apply to those selected students. Step 5, enter a specific date in the charge date field to associate a date stamp with the fee. Step 6, it's optional. You can enter a due date to ensure a timely payment from your family. Step 7, you can enter a comment if you want to further explain that fee or that charge. Step 8, click the load charges button to charge or credit the selected fees to each of the selected students. Fun fact, once the bulk load process is finished, you will receive a message notifying you of the total number of charges or credits that were successfully applied. So that's bulk loading, and now we'll talk about assigning individual fees. After creating the fees and tuition and fees module, you're ready to begin assigning fees to students and families in JMC Office. Easily charge fees for students or families, including a date, an amount, an associated course, a due date, and any additional comments to begin keeping track of what a student or family owes. To begin charging fees to a student or family, head to tuition and fees, data, and then choose either edit student fee data or edit family organization fee data. We always kind of recommend using that the edit family org fee data. For families that have multiple children, it just is handy to keep everything all kind of in one spot. And you'll see what that looks like for the families on the other side when you charge by family fee account rather than per student. So step 1, select the student or family fee contact by entering their name in the find field. Step 2, click the charge button to begin charging a fee to the student or family fee account. Step 3, enter the date for the charge in the charge date field, or simply click the calendar icon, and that actually does default to the current date. So when you click charge, the current date will automatically load in there. So you can change it if you need to, or just know that it will preload with the current date. A helpful tip: when charging a fee to a family or organization, select a student from the student drop-down list to associate a fee with that specific student. So that's important right here. You want to associate the student in that family and then apply those charges. Step 4, select a fee from the charge drop-down list to assign a fee to the selected student or family. Step 5, enter a date in the due date field, or simply click the calendar icon to assign a deadline for the payment. Step 6, enter a dollar amount in the amount or amount override field if the amount is not predefined. So where we were setting up that fee before, when we said the lab fee would be $25, that's going to automatically load. But if for some reason you needed that to be a different amount, you can override that amount here by putting the amount in that box. Step 7, select a course from the course drop-down list if necessary. Step 8, you can put any comments in here that you might want to add, and that would show up on a parent statement as well. Step 9, click the OK button to charge a selected student or family the fee, or click the close button to exit without charging the fee. We can take a live look at assigning fees. So again, in JMC Office, tuition and fees, data, we'll start with that bulk load option. So we can bulk load a charge or a credit. And right here, I'm actually going to switch to the building level, and you'll see that I now can do grade and activity, but also courses containing fees and course sections. Bulk load is really handy at the beginning of the year. This is something that I would use for like morning milk fees. So probably 99% of our students would take morning milk, but there are always a few that didn't want it, whether it was like a food sensitivity or whatever that might be. So it's easier to load those charges on everyone's account and just remove those few that didn't want it. So anything that you're going to be loading for a majority of students, this is the quick and easy way to do that. So I'm going to bulk load by grade here. I'm going to pick my grade. I'm going to do 10th grade. I'm going to come to that 10th grade biology fee that we created. The charge date is today's date, automatically loads in there. I can put a due date if I want to. I can add any comments necessary. And then as soon as I hit load charges, everyone in 10th grade is going to be charged that 10th grade biology fee. To do it individually, you would come here again, tuition and fees data, edit family organization fee data. And we go to, first you want to pick the family that you need here. All right. So I have my family here. I can see the contact and then the students that are associated with that fee contact. I can go ahead and click charge. And again, today's date automatically loads for me. I want to pick the student from this family that the fee is going to be associated with. I'm going to choose the charge here. I can override that amount if I want to, or if I put nothing there, that $25 will automatically be charged. I can assign it to a course if I want to. I can add a due date and a comment. Once I click OK, I can see here that the charge has shown up on the family account, that $25, and it shows their overall balance that they owe. And that is it for charging fees. Do we have any questions on charging fees?
Yes, Hannah's wondering if they've entered the reduced fee in the fee settings, will the parent only be charged the reduced fee if they've marked as reduced in the lunch module? Yes, that would be correct, right?
Yes, yep. So
Yeah,
once
yeah.
you accept that lunch status, that will follow that student. So the system will automatically charge at that reduced rate. Yes.
Yeah, and then before we leave today, I did answer it online, but they're wondering about the YouTube, if you could get the slides and
Yes.
all of the YouTube ones, when you go to JMC Fam or videos or YouTube, when you go in the description, the slides are right there.
Yes. Yep. So everyone will get an email after this webinar. It'll have a link to our YouTube channel, and in the description under the video, you'll have a PDF of all of the slides. All right. Any other questions about fees, charging fees?
Not right now.
Great. Okay. Then we'll talk about the opposite of fees when we take those payments in, when people come into the school to make payments on their accounts. Making fee account payments in JMC Office is a seamless process facilitated by the tuition and fees module. With the ability to create payment transactions, administrators can accurately track money coming into fee accounts. Whether it's cash, check, or credit payments, the system provides the necessary tools to log payments with precision. To initiate a payment in the tuition and fees module, you can navigate to either tuition and fees data, edit student fee data to allocate funds to a specific student, or tuition and fees data, edit family org fee data to designate funds for an entire family. Step 1, enter a student or family fee contact name in the find field to begin applying a payment credit to their account. Step 2, click the payment button to begin recording a payment to the student or family fee account. Step 3, select the cash, check, or credit radio button to specify the payment type. Helpful tip: when making a payment using a check, remember to enter the check number in the check number field for future reference. And in fact, it won't actually let you click OK until you have that check number in there. It'll pop up telling you have to get that in there. Step 4, enter the date for the payment in the payment date field, or simply click the calendar icon to record the date the payment was made. Again, the current date will automatically populate. So change that if you need to, but know that the current date will populate there. Helpful tip: if no date is entered, I should have read through this a little bit closer. The current date automatically populates like we were just talking about. Step 5, enter the dollar amount in the payment amount field without including the $ to record the payment amount received. Step 6, choose the balance or fee radio button in the payment type box to indicate how the payment should be applied. If selecting fee, select the specific fee from the student fee list to allocate the payment accordingly. And this is totally up to your school, but we always stuck with fee and then choosing the fee that that payment was to be applied toward. And that just would help our business office with bookkeeping, because then those payments coming in would be kind of categorized by fee. It would break those down and make our bookkeeping just a little bit easier. So let's take a live look at in-school payments. So in the same place, edit the family fee data. I'm going to click payment rather than charge like we did last time. So if it's a check, I'm going to include a check number. You can do cash, which then that field isn't usable, or you can click credit. I'm going to pick a check here. Payment amount. So I'm going to say that this payment was $95. I'm going to apply it toward this carryover from last year fee. So $95 is going to this fee. I can add a comment if I want. And once I click OK, then that payment shows up here. And this, for that earlier question about if you were doing a donation toward like a snack fee or something like that for another family, you can charge a family that fee, the fee for that donation amount. But then the family account that you were going to apply it to, in the payment, you could just choose credit, and you can make a comment for yourself to kind of know where those fees came from. That would totally be up to your school how you wanted to keep track of those donations going in and out.
A quick question.
Sure.
What would like that milk fee or something like that, would that be run through the lunch fee module though instead?
So at the school that I worked for, like our kids had morning milk. So that was actually, we didn't run that through the lunch module. We just did milk that was taken during lunchtime.
Okay, yep, and that must have been paid through the general fund. So I think it depends on where that's paid through.
Yep. And
Paid through the
again, I
general
think,
fund or the lunch fund.
yes. And I think that that goes back to working with your business office to know how they have those fees broken up. Absolutely.
Yeah, we do have a couple more questions. Can you apply a fee payment to a student who's graduated or no longer in the district once you have done your import from prior year?
Yes. You can't, it does stay in there. I actually just did this a couple of weeks ago. So when you have students who, so the school I'm at it ends at 6th grade and then they move on and go to the middle school. So it does show up actually just like this fee, or I'm sorry, this charge here, it says payment carryover from, and it's the balance that carries over from the previous year. So you can still go ahead and make that payment there. The other way you can do it is you can switch back into the previous year and make the payment there as well. But then you, it just kind of hangs out in the new school year. So you want to go in there and make sure you zero that account out.
All right. Now we have another question, and I think it's going to be coming up in the slides, but how does JMC send invoices and monthly statements? So I think that's coming up a little bit later in our reports, correct?
Yes, we'll talk about that when we get into reports.
Yep. And here's one more. Is there a way to set up an email that is sent to us when a family makes a payment? And that, when I was at school, it did come from the payment company.
The other way to check if payments have come through, I'm guessing this is talking about like online payments. If you come down to online payments, if you want to look for payments that were made in the lunch module or else in the tuition and fees module, you can look at payment if it's the payment method, credit card or bank account or both, the date. So if I want to see who made payments between June 26th and July 26th, I can preview that. Here I have no records, but that is one way to look at the online payments as well.
Yeah, and like I said, I think you would get one from the credit card company or whatever what is used as payments. Different now,
yes,
but
it's Nelnet now, and that would go to probably whoever set up that account with Nelnet. So on
right.
like I didn't get those emails because I was not the business office person. I just did the billing, but yes, it would go through to that person who has set up your Nelnet account.
Yeah, and maybe talk to that person if it needs to come to you.
Absolutely. Yep. Good point. Any other questions? Okay.
No, we could move on.
All right. Wonderful. So now let's take a look at fees in JMC Family. Viewing fees. With JMC Family, you can conveniently view and pay the fees assigned to your kiddo. Once fees have been assigned to the school by JMC, or assigned by the school, JMC Family provides a user-friendly interface where you can easily access and review all fees on a single page. This includes a comprehensive history of charge fees, displaying descriptions, item costs, and a running account balance. If your district has the online payment module, you can even make purchases and pay the fees conveniently online. To view your kiddo's fees, log into JMC Family and head to tuition and fees. Step 1, select the desired student from the fee students drop-down list to view the fees associated with them. Helpful tip, the fees charged to your student are organized chronologically by date and include a description as well as the amount owed. If your school has established a family fee account, the charged fees for all family members will be conveniently displayed at the top section of the page. So those fees by student come down here, you have to select each student. Whereas if they've been charged on that family fee account, they just all populate up at the top, making it really easy to view, get a whole view of your whole family. Fun fact, to export the list of fees along with their corresponding details such as amounts, you can click the Excel or PDF icons located at the top right of the fee list. Making purchases in JMC Family. Families can conveniently view and purchase school-related items for their students, such as sports banquet dinners or class yearbooks. They can select desired items listed by the school and make purchases from the comfort of their home using credit cards or ACH transfers for payment, with the added option to store payment methods for future use. To access the list of items available for purchase, simply log into your JMC Family account and navigate to the tuition and fees section. Step 1, click the Purchase Items button to view the items available for purchase. Step 2, click the add to cart button to add to cart button associated with the desired item to add it to your cart for purchase. Step 3, click the checkout button to open the payment screen and complete your purchase, or click the discard button to exit. Fun fact, please note that in order to make payments online, your district must have the online payments module configured and enabled. We can take a live look at purchases in JMC Family. Okay, so I'm going to come to Family here. I'm going to select tuition and fees. So first, looking at those charges and payments. So those family fees that have been charged and payments that have been credited to that family account, they show up here, or I can look student by student. If that's the way that my school charges, I would just pick the different students in my family to view their charges. You can pay your bill from here if you have the online payment setup, and then purchasing items. So you would select the student that wants to purchase the item. So here's a yearbook. I can add the yearbook to my cart. I can add that biology fee to my cart. I'm going to add a yearbook here. And it is added right down here. Student is Emily, yearbook fee, charge amount. And then I can check out. And this is where that, if you have the online payments available, this is where that'll pop up. So you can, the amount is already preloaded here. You can, this is where if you had an account saved, you could select that saved account. I don't have one saved, so I would have to enter a new account. I would enter my name, my credit card information, or I can do an ACH transfer using my checking account. I need to put my email address in here. And this is where if I want to save this payment method, I can click save to my account and I can submit my payment. And then for the question about statements being sent, parents can come in and look at their statements at any time from this screen. We can come right here to view it in Excel. We can look at it as a PDF here. So this kind of gives me a printout of what I've got there as well. So families can keep tabs on what they owe through the family portal as well. Okay, are there any questions?
No, I'm just keeping that one open so I remember to when we get to the reports that we show that part of it also.
Great. Okay, running reports, here we go. JMC's tuition and fees reports are designed to facilitate your office in maintaining accurate records of charges levied, payments received, and outstanding balances. These reports provide a detailed breakdown of payments and charges for each fee category designated by your school. With the aid of these reports, your office will have reliable references for bookkeeping, along with the ability to review balances due and payments made. Discover a multitude of customizable reports in JMC Office under the section Tuition and Fees and Reports. Here's an overview of the types of reports available to help you efficiently manage your data. So print statements, this is what we were talking about, I believe. Print statements, you can conveniently print or email financial statements to either all students' families or a chosen group, facilitating families in managing their dues. This feature allows you to filter reports based on variables such as grade, student name, balances, or billing end date. So this should answer that question right there. You can go in and you can email them out. You can email it to everybody, to certain students. So you can set up those parameters and get those invoices sent out. Fee balance sheet, quickly check balances for all family accounts or focus on those exceeding a certain amount. For instance, with just a few clicks, you can see all families with an account balance of -$10. For further ease, these results can be exported or printed as needed. And this fee balance sheet, that's something that I like to start keeping an eye on, maybe around April, just looking at what's owed out there, which families we might need to get in contact with as we get closer to the end of the school year, just so that you're kind of keeping tabs on that. Fee summary, a comprehensive overview of all charges and payments applied to family accounts within a defined time frame. You can tailor this report to exclusively display charges, payments, and the types of payments made by students and families during a particular period. Additionally, these summaries can be previewed, printed, or exported as CSV files for added convenience. Payment check, access a list of payments made by students or families within a given time period. If you need to identify families who haven't made any payments, the system enables you to fine tune your search based on the count of payments made. Fees charged, view the total fees charged within a specific building over a set time frame. This system also allows you to narrow your search based on grade level or individual fee, providing a targeted overview of charges. A fee list, you can generate a list of families who have been charged a particular fee within a specified period. It also offers the flexibility to search for specific fees and conveniently preview, export, and print the information for further use. Fee payments, view a comprehensive list of all payments sorted by fee. This report can be generated for all students simultaneously, or you can look up individual students using the by random search feature for more specific data. And the fee account payments, generate a list of payments made by families to each distinct fee account. So this is where setting up those fee accounts at the beginning really comes, it pays off in the end. The data is sortable by both date range and fee account, fostering efficiency and ease in data management. Furthermore, this report allows for simple previewing, exporting, and printing of the collected data for future reference. So this is the report that I would often share with my business office once I have applied a bunch of payments to family accounts. It'll show what accounts all of the money goes into, like how she's supposed to separate that money for accurate bookkeeping on her end. So we can take a live look here at running some reports. So back to JMC Office, tuition and fees, and reports. So you have this long list of all these reports that you can look through. This is one that you would probably use frequently are the statements. So if you want to, select your student family, you can, if you had bulk loaded all those 10th grade biology fees, maybe you just want to send them to the 10th grade family so that they can see that they've got a fee out there. Balances, so you can include if they have a balance owed or all accounts, non-zero accounts. There's just a lot of ways to customize this report. You can email it out, include a reply to message. You can include a fee statement message to show up on the invoices. You can include an additional message in your email. Once you save that and hit print, it's going to go ahead and email those out to your families. There's a lot of other reports that you can look through. If there's any you want me to go through, you can go ahead and put that in the chat. I'll show you the fee account payments report as well. So fee account, you can look at all of them, or you can choose a specific fee. You can choose the date that you want to look at. So maybe I'm going to put a couple of months in here. I can preview it. Right here, I can see I've got some yearbook fees, the total amount that of payments that were made to that fee account. So it's nice that it kind of gives you the subtotals by those fee accounts. Does anybody have any questions on reports or another report they'd like to look at?
Not yet. If anybody has one, type it in the chat, please.
All right, I'll keep on moving, but if any questions come in, we'll come back and make sure that we get them answered. All right, we'll take a look at JMC News and upcoming events. Next week, we will be at our annual summer conference on August 1st. We will be in Minnesota at Target Field. And on the 4th, we will be in Iowa. The second week of August, we're going to be starting that new administrator workshop series. And we've also got our lunch and learn and Wisconsin State Reporting, the new feature review. The third week, we are super busy. We're doing Minnesota State Reporting new feature review and also covering some of those new features for Iowa. We have the teacher summit starting. We have the new user series, managing healthy habits. We've got a lot going on in August. The fourth week, we've got our second webinar in our teacher summit series. We're going to be looking at the Flex Scheduler, tools that unite, school community. And then with the teacher summit series, we're going to be repeating those as the teachers are coming back from summer break so that everybody can get that training when they need it. And like I said, our summer conference is upon us. We are so excited to share our summer conference agenda, and we added some new sessions to the mix this year. We've got implementation sessions, which is work time with our training team to plan and set up some of our newest features like Great Acceptance, General Store, and Community Messenger, and a lot of time for Q&A. And we have our 2023 think tank. So our development team is going to take some feature request submissions that came in throughout May and July, and they are going to make one of those ideas come into reality by the end of the day. It's going to be a really cool thing to watch. Register today. You can still register for our summer conference, whether that's in Minnesota or in Iowa. And plus, since it was such a big hit, we're bringing back the pizza party. Attend JMC Summer Conference and earn a pizza party for your school. The building that sends the most attendees to one of our in-person summer conferences wins a pizza party for their building. And you can sign up today by visiting our Eventbrite page. And whether you are new or just need a review, you can check out our new user series. The best way to train your new JMC users is to let our training team do the heavy lifting for you. We started our new user series in June, and it's going to continue through October. We're going to be covering JMC foundational skills and demonstrate time-saving tips and tricks. You can sign up and look at a list of all those webinars. The link in the article will be in the PDF. When you get your email with the video link, you can go on the PDF, you can click on that link to get to our new user series lineup. We are looking for a few JMC superstars. At almost every school, we find an unofficial JMC go-to person. This is the person colleagues contact if they have a quick question about a module. You may hear them sharing JMC tips and tricks with a colleague over lunch. When a JMC training comes up, they're the one nominated to go for the school. Does that sound like someone you know, or maybe it's you? Whoever it is that came to mind, we want to meet them. Why? Well, we've learned along the way that these JMC superstars make the best client service specialists, and we are looking for passionate part-time client service specialists. You can apply today by submitting your resume and cover letter to hr@jmcinc.com. Another great way to stay up to date on all things JMC is through our social media presence. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn at OnlineJMC, or our blog, jmcinc.com/news. And on behalf of myself and Cheryl, we want to thank you for joining us for this webinar and for choosing JMC.